TYT at the Bar is brought to you by our friends at Live Oak Bank. Check them out at liveoakbank.com. Now joining us, Sam Schacher, John Irola, Pop Trigger, TYT University. Awesome, check them both out. Michael Carpenter from theredcollection.com, who built this bar in the first place, and I'm psyched that we get to actually use it for a fun segment like this.
Absolutely.
All right, Michael, what wine do you have for us tonight?
Brought a very big, kick-ass Spanish red. You like Spanish reds? Well, you like big wines. You like big reds. Welcome back for you.
Okay, all right.
I'll pour the lady first.
Of course.
Thank you.
But Cenk likes to get right into it.
Oh, no.
Oh, do you?
I'm thinking of drinking as
No
he's pouring.
chit-chat.
So this is the Cornell Big Red machine here.
This is a big one.
So what does that mean, a Big Red?
Large body, bold flavors, probably very dry, very tannic.
I like dry.
A lot of power. Not all with power, but you're going to get, there's a lot of flavor.
I like a lot of power. Let's do it. Cheers.
A lot of flavor going on.
Thank
Cheers
you.
to you guys. Good to see you. So this one is 100% Grenache, old vine Grenache, planted in like the early 80s. Monte Oton. And
It is. I like it.
it's a pretty impressive wine. And wait till I get to the price on this guy. I brought in a value. You and Dave said you guys got to bring in something with killer value. So I got one here.
All about killer value.
And we sold a lot of the last two. People have really enjoyed them, got great feedback. We sold a bunch, but this one is going to go gangbusters. So Jorge Ordonez is the importer, and he is like the man for Spanish wines for decades. If he brings it in, you want to try it.
All right, Jorge.
So
okay.
remember that name.
I hatched the plan while we're. So I'm decided I'm going to drink this wine every time Spain plays in the World Cup.
Fair enough. I like it.
You might drink a lot of bottles.
Yeah.
Ole, ole, all of that specific.
Yeah, we're not going to bring Brazilian wines in. No offense to them, but I'll stick to the Cachaça.
Okay.
We talked earlier about how, at least recently, guys don't seem to like whites as much. They tend to gravitate more towards the reds. And I'm the exact opposite. Like, I spent a little bit of time as a bartender. I've never been all that into wine, but when I drink, I tend to drink incredibly sweet whites. And when you said that this is a particularly dry red, I was like, oh God, this is good. But it doesn't strike me as
I taste it
incredibly
as dry. I feel like it's parching.
You feel.
Yeah.
You feel dryness more than you taste it, because that's just a matter of the sugar being eaten away, so there's no sweetness left. That sweet white could have just kept eating that sugar away and it would have been completely dry. So you have wines that are scientifically dry, but they taste fruitier, so people don't think that they're dry, but they are. They're all the same dryness most of the time, but it's all the extra things that go into making it. In this case, it's very balanced.
What wine gives you the least hangover the next day?
Relevant question. I like
chug a
it.
lot of it.
Yeah, please. Does it have to do with the tannins? Does it have to do with the sugar? Like what?
No, the sugar, no, it's a minor difference. With dry wines, you're generally, the only thing that's going to make a difference is the percentage of alcohol.
Oh.
That's it. So if you drink something
So
that's...
the tannins thing is just a myth.
It's a
So
myth.
when you say it's a powerful wine, what does that mean? It certainly doesn't mean the amount of alcohol in it.
No, but if you had, using an analogy, a piece of halibut and a piece of salmon, they're both fish. They both might taste a little fishy, but they're dramatically different flavors. But one really has more flavors, more oil in it, and there's more flavor, and this is kind of bland. Chicken, pork, steak. They're all meats, but they go up in boldness and flavor. The grapes do the same thing. Grenache, Tempranillo, another Spanish grape, Cabernet, Zinfandel, red Zinfandel, Syrah. They have a ton of power to them. And then you get something lighter, like last week. You missed last week's, but it was a Pinot. It was just a lighter bodied wine, and it was very pleasant. And it goes with a little bit lighter food. You might have it with salmon, for example, or lamb or something.
So, one of the things we say about TYT is too strong, right? So if this is that powerful, is this too strong?
No.
Okay, it's not too strong.
I could bring in one that you would go, F me. This is like,
Okay, well, maybe
take it
next
down a
time.
notch.
Now we're curious.
We can do that for fun.
Okay,
You mentioned earlier that this bottle in particular is from vines that were planted in the early 80s, I
Yeah.
think it was, and you said that generally the older the vine, the better the taste. Does that also affect the power?
No, it wouldn't be about the power. It's more about the wisdom of the vines. And I didn't mean that old vines taste better. You could mess them up, let's be honest. But the idea is that when you have old vines and they're good, and they've been putting off great wines, so we know that they're good vines. And as they age, they get more wise. That's the best way to put it. And they start putting out wines with more character. You know, that first year that you might pick corn in your farm, I guarantee the farmer's going to go, this is not going to be as good as maybe like year 3. When, well, they plant the seeds again, so that's not fair. You need something that's rooted, rootstock like vines.
This wine is as old as us. Sorry.
Older than us.
The vines are older,
Yeah,
not
right,
the wine. The wine is only
Right.
2012.
Yeah.
I'm becoming
I think-
wiser, actually, as the years go by.
I think Michael Schur might be one of the oldest Turks we have, and so
We actually had this talk while you were gone.
and
A
he's-
ranking.
Oh, is that right? So he's got the wisdom of the vines, and his humor is also scientifically dry.
Okay.
Very similar to
With a lot
this
of
wine.
character.
Scientifically dry. Not funny, scientifically dry.
That's right. So what's the value here?
$12 retail,
Shut up! I'll buy that.
Yeah, done.
Okay.
but wait, there's more.
and
like
these
a game
Ginsu
show.
knives.
Buy now.
For Young Turks, same promo code as we used last week, Young Turks. That'll get you 20% off by the case. That takes it down to $9.60 a bottle. Redcollection.com.
REDD collection.com, redcollection.com.
2 Ds.
And promo code Young Turks.
Young Turks.
All right.
I think this is still the most expensive wine I've ever had.
Really?
No, I'm joking.
We're all about value here at the Young Turks. All right, Michael Carpenter, thank you so much. We
very
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate the segment, and we appreciate that you built this bar
Cheers
for
to you
us.
guys.